Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide will look like this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. So Alabama's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes Keelan Russell. And he is wasting no time making his collegiate debut, a 5-star in high school. And now we'll see what he has at this level. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Really nice run there. Listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Russell on play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Edwards. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Hill fighting off the defender. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run it.
He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Warhawks offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's a freshman that, despite not being highly recruited, has burst onto the scene. What a surprise he's been in this camp to win a starting spot in the season opener. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got the back over the middle. Turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Here's the pressure. Got his man to the left. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
It's It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
On third and forever, let's test his arm strength. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Might have a chance. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing. football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Bringing it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14...
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Right back to the well. At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Got his man. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown and cut into their opponent's lead.
The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll set up to throw. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Touchdown, UL Monroe. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Some misdirection with the counter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. Keelan Russell. Caught in the backfield. It's Hill. Could not make his way to the corner. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He's got his man across the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Again, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right?
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the two-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long from end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the FIU Panthers.
He'll bring it out. It's Walker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Warhawks head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Looking down the middle. And they fail to hook up on third down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They go play action with Russell. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb.
There's some room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Edwards.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Russell. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Got it behind the line. It's Hill. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, This is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it on the option. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And the Warhawks in the hurry up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Shakes off the defender. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Warhawks decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline, things are starting to get pretty emotional. As you know, this head coach coaching for his home team, his first game as the head guy, and this will mean so much to him. His offense, though, just has to finish it off with a big lead in the fourth. Can they get the first home win ever for this coach who's given so much of his heart and soul to this program? Back to you.
All right, Holly. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. The field goal is no good because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Running inside, it's Jamison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going with the counter play here. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. On the ground, it's Hill. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. We waited so long to start